No parole for a woman sentenced in one of the worst murder cases in Knoxville's history.
The shocking killings of Channon Christian and Chris Newsom stunned our community in 2007. Now, nearly 14 years later, court proceedings continue to give the family little rest.
Today, both the Christians and Newsoms testified on why the parole board should vote to keep one of the suspects behind bars.
WATE 6 on Your Side reporter Austin Martin followed this morning's hearing for us. Austin.
Well, Vanessa Coleman was back in front of a parole board for the second time today. 6 years ago, she asked to get out of prison, but was denied. Today, the board agreed she still hasn't served enough time.
Someone many years ago made a statement that time heals all wounds. I'm here to testify today that that statement is false. And the person that made that statement originally never buried a child.
Gary Christian speaks from experience. Nearly 14 years ago, his daughter Channon and her boyfriend Chris Newsom carjacked, raped, and murdered. 5 people have been convicted. Over that time, there have been trials and retrials.
In the last 13 years and 11 months, we've been in court well over 350 times. We heard over 190 pre-trial motions before any of the trials began, and finally attended every session of 8 trials.
Today, Hugh Newsom added to that count. Vanessa Coleman, who was convicted and sentenced to 35 years for facilitating crimes, asked to get out of prison.
It was a game to her. When you run with criminals, you become one.
My parents are still married and they live in Kentucky. That would be my home plan, to live with them while I work and save my money until I am able to move out on my own.
That's the way she wants to spend her time. As 2 dads watch and wait, the parole board makes a quick decision.
It's clear to me in the record today that you play a vital and significant role in facilitating and promoting these awful crimes.
Ms. Coleman, you have 7 votes to decline your parole due to the seriousness of the offense for the next 10 years.
Justice still served, but for the men who had to bury their children?
Well, we've had that done. It's not really a break. It's, as I said in my statement to the parole board, it's every day.
Every day to think about all that time lost.
We'll never get Chris and Channon back in this lifetime.
Vanessa Coleman will not be eligible for parole until 2030. The board tells us she is taking part in rehab programs and has been on good behavior. All were taken into account in today's hearing. Bo, Lori.
All right, Austin, thank you. And for a look at the timeline of this case, go to our website, WAT.com. We have followed this since the very beginning.